chapter 8. And Benjamin begot Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Achara the third, Noka the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And Bela had sons, Adar and Gerah, and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Okoa, and Gerah, and Shufufan, and Haram. And these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Gabah. And they were carried captive to Manahat. And Naaman, and Ahiah, and Gerah were they that carried them captive. And he begot Uzzah, Ahihu, and Shaharaim begot children in the field of Moab, after he had sent them away, to wit, Hushim and Baalrah his wives. And he begot Hodesh his wife, Jobab and Zibiah and Masha and Malcolm, and Yahutz, and Sakia and Mirmah. These were the sons of the heads of their fathers' houses. And of Hushim he begot Abitub and Elpaah. And the sons of Elpaah, Eber and Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono, and Lod with the towns thereof, Beriah and Shema, who were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who put to flight the inhabitants of Gath, and Ahio, Shashak and Yermot, and Zebediah, and Erod and Eder, Michael, and Ishpa, and Yoah were the sons of Beriah, and Zebediah, and Meshullam, and Hezeki, and Heber, and Ishmarai, and Isliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpaah, and Yachim, and Zikri, and Zabdi, and Elianai, and Zilatai, and Eliel, and Adaiah, and Beriah, and Shemroth were the sons of Shemai, and Ishpan, and Ebed, and Eliel, and Abdon, and Zikri, and Canaan, and Cananiah, and Elam, and Totiah, and Ipadiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak, and Shamsharai, and Shehariah, and Ataliah, and Yahareshiah, and Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Yeroam. These were the heads of their fathers' houses throughout the generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. And in Gibeon there dwelt the father of Gibeon, Yael, whose wife's name was Maachah, the firstborn son of Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zechar. And Milcah begot Shemaiah, and they also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem, over against their brethren. And Ner begot Kish, and Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Ashbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal begot Micah, and the sons of Micah, Piton, and Melech, and Taariah, and Achaz, and Achaz begot Jehodah, and Jehodah begot Alamet, and Asmavet, and Zimri begot Moza, and Moza begot Beniah, and Rapha was his son, Elisah his son, Azel his son, and Azel had 6 sons, whose names were these: Azrikam, Bokru, and Ishmael, and Sheriah, and Obadiah, and Canaan. All these were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshek his brother, Ulam the firstborn, Yeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and the sons' sons 150. All these were the sons of Benjamin. All right, let's go back up to verse 1. And today we will see, we are laying out the generations and the genealogy of Benjamin. Benjamin is the son of strength. He is the son of my strength, or the son of my right hand. Benjamin, these would be the genealogies of Benjamin, or the role Benjamin would play, how he would be enrolled into it. even this plan of God that God had from the beginning. And we're going to go ahead and pick it up here in verse 1. And Benjamin begot Bela, his firstborn, and Ashbel the second, and Achara the third. And Benjamin, the son of my strength, these would be his sons, and this would be Bela, his firstborn, and that would be the destruction that comes in the beginning. And Ashbel would be the second, and Ashbel is the progress, or this that moves forward of that Lord image. He would be the second, or even the witness. And Achara the third, and Achara would be the following of the brother, the following of this brother that we're going to speak of, and that would be to make it complete. And verse 2, and Noka the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And Noka would be that resting place. He would be the fourth, or that work of God. And Rapha would be for those high ones that were restored, and that's going to be for grace. We're going to find out these high ones that are restored, and we're referring to those ones that were under those piles of stone. Verse 3, and Bela had sons, Adar and Gerah and Abihu. And Bela, this destruction, has Adar and Gerah and Abihu. And Adar is the exceedingly great, and Gerah, we remember Gerah. Gerah is that portion that's established by the temple, and it's a 1/20th of a shekel. Is its exact meaning. It's 1/20th of a shekel, or that portion that's for redemption, that's weighed out or determined even by the temple, and it amounts to about 16 grains of barley or so, or even the law in the work of man, even of the harvest. And Abihu was my father's splendor, and Abihu means my father's splendor, or my father's magnificence. And it would really read this: there's a destruction, it's exceedingly great for that portion, even that which is weighed out for redemption by the temple. It is my father's splendor, or my father's magnificence. 4. And Abishua, and Naaman, and Akoa. And Abishua was even my father's cry of war. See, Naaman is all for the pleasantness, all the pleasantness, and the Akoa is even my brother's rest. And my father's cry of war is all the pleasantness of my brother's rest, even that one we're going to be calling the brother, or this one who is in like understanding unto, and that would be the relative or the brother, and Gerah, and Shephuphim, and Huram. And Gerah, once again, is that portion that's weighed out by the temple, that for redemption, that 1/20th, that portion of it. And Shaphan, that horned snake. We remember Shaphan, he was that horned snake, or that strength of the wicked, we'll refer to him as. Huram is that covered in cloth. And it basically reads like this: even that portion of redemption that's weighed out by the temple, that strength of evil, that's covered in white cloth, we're going to find out that's exactly what the prophets teach. This one who comes disguised, even in that white cloth, hidden. It is hidden. God hid it, but he's going to expose it. God says, I'm going to show it off. 6. Now, and these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried captive to Manahat. And Ehud, these would be the sons of Ehud. Ehud is the united, the ones that are united on the hill. That's Geba. Manahat is that settled down for rest. They're settled down. They're going to make themselves comfortable, is what that is. And those that are united on the hill, and we'll find out, this continues. 7. And Naaman and Haya and Gerah were they that carried them captive. And he begot Uzzah and Abihu. Naaman is all the pleasantness once again. Naaman is all that pleasantness And Ahijah is the brother of God. This brother of God, or this similar understanding, this understanding that's born from the same place. This and Gera, we remember that Gera is that portion that's weighed out. Were they that carried them captive? And he begot Utsah and Abihud. And Utsah is this, and it's this feminine strength. It's a feminine word for strength, and this strength that refers to this pleasantness or this wonderful or these thoughts that we have about the strengths of women, their beauty and this and their form and this. This is what we would refer to that Utsah, and Abihud, my brother's splendor. And this would be my brother's splendor. And it would basically read just like this. And we would start at verse 6 and go down verse 7. The united on the hill, those that settled down for rest, and all the pleasantness, this, the brother of God, this is the brother of God, all this pleasantness that God's going to establish, see, that's measurement that's set forth, this portion for redemption, this is weighed out by the temple. All the beautiful, wonderful strengths, my brother's splendor. 8. And Shacharaim begot children in the field of Moab, after he sent them away, to wit, Hushim and Barah, his wives, and we're going to find out, Shacharaim, these means this dawnings, and it's a plural for dawning, or this coming forth of this dual, this two. Now witness this two, because there's two dawnings of her father, Moab, Hushim, those that got in a hurry, and this brutish, or the foolish, as brutish means these foolish, Ba'ara, and that would be these two dawnings of her father, those that get in a hurry, those that got in a hurry, see, and these are the brutish and the foolish, because the first time they got in a hurry, they couldn't wait for the servant of God to come down with the law, and they made them an idol, and they was dancing around the fire there when Moses returned. 9. And he begot Hodash, his wife, Yobab, and Zibiah, and Mesha, and Malcolm, and Utz, and Sakiah, and Mirmah, this is 10. These were his sons, heads of his father's houses. And we'll find out that Shacharaim, this dual dawning, had these, and this is be Hodash, even that new moon. See, that new moon, or that cycle of this month, was his wife. That's the understanding. Yobab, that shrilling cry. Zibiah, this roe, or this wild one. Mesha, that which is removed, the removed. Malcolm, that great king, and I'll refer to it as an image, because Malcolm was a king image they had raised up. And Yutz, the counselor. Shakia, that announcing this pleasantness as this one that takes captive. And Mirmah, the deceptions, even those deceptions that shoot forth. These are like deceptions that shoot forth. Now these were the sons, and in their father's houses, and it would basically just read, if we translated that, these new moons, these cycles of lesser light, is that shrilling cry of the wild one being removed. This great king image, the counselor, that one who's announcing pleasure, that takes captive with these deceptions that shoot forth. 11. And Hushim, he begot Abitub and Elpael. And Hushim, remember Hushim, these are those that get in a hurry. They give birth to my father's good things, my father's good things, and that's what it represents. Is Elpael, the mighty one causes, or he brings about, he does this. And this would read just like this Hushim, those that get in a hurry with my father's good things, which the mighty one causes. See, which the mighty one causes, 12. And the sons of Elpael, this one the mighty one causes, the Eber, and Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono, and Lod, and the towns thereof, and Eber, means this region beyond, the Misham, that to look upon it, and Shemet is that which is preserved. It's preserved. It's like wine. It's like eating the dregs or the bottom of the barrel. Ono, and it means vigor, this great strength. Lod is to travail. It means travail. In 13, that he also had Bariah and Shema, who were heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who put to flight the inhabitants of Gath. And Bariah, that wicked friend, remember them? He's that wicked friend. He's that one that was born in wickedness. This Shema, that report in the field, or in Ajalon, is that field of these that lift something up, these ones that who lift something up, and it's in Gath, and even Gath means the wine press. And we would find out, it would read just like this, starting in 12, the mighty one causes that region beyond to look upon that which is preserved, even those dregs, with great strength or vigor, the travail of that wicked friend, a report, this report that's in the field of the one who lifts up even that wine press. 14, and Ahio, and Shishak, and Yeremoth, and Zebadiah, and Derad, Eder, Michael, Ishba, and Yoah were the sons of Beriah. And it would continue with this of Ahio, of the brotherly, show this longing, Shishak, and Yeremoth for those that are exalted, the endowed of God. That's Zebadiah. The wild ass, Erad. Erad's that wild ass, or that carrier of the leader. That Eder, to support, see that, to support him, to carry. 16, Michael. This one is like unto the mighty one. This one who is like unto the mighty one. Ishba, it's made bare or is made known. Yoha, that God gives to life. God gives life to. Or this one God gives life to. Beriah, that wicked friend. That wicked friend. And we could start that because, see, all these would be the sons of Beriah, and it would start at 12. And it was that mighty one who causes this region beyond to look upon that which is preserved with great strength and vigor, the travail of the wicked friend, a report in the field of the one who lifts up, even that the wine press of the brotherly, that place where they crush those in that wine press of the brotherly. Even the longing, that longing for those that are exalted. The endowed of God, that wild ass that supports this one like unto the mighty one, is made bare and known, because God gives life to the wicked friend. 17. And Zebadiah, and Meshullam, and Hickey, and Heber, and Zikki, and those are Zebadiah, those endowed by God. Meshullam, the friend of peace covenant. Zikki, that the strengths of Heber, the association. And Ishmerai and Ishliah, 18, and Yobab were the sons of Elpael. So here were all the sons of even Elpael. Started at 17. And Ishmariah, though, he is my keepers. These are the keepers, or these guards, these ones that watch you over. And Ishliah is that which God preserves. That which God preserves. See. And Yobab, those that cry shrillfully. Those are those ones that cry, that shrillful cry. And Alpal, the mighty one, causes again. These would be the sons of Elpael. It would start at 17, and we would read, those endowed by God, this friend of peace covenant, the strengths of the association, my keepers of that which God preserves, those that cry shrillfully, which the mighty one causes. 19. And Jacob, and Zikri, and Zabdi, 20, and Elianai, and Zelitai, and Eliel, and 21, Adaiah, and Baraiah, and Shemrat were the sons of Shemai. And Jacob, that one stands, it stands up. He stands up. And those that stand up, or zikri, to call to remembrance, this calling to remembrance, zikri, zabdi, this endowment. Elianai is the mighty one is seen, he's witnessed or seen. Zilatai is these shadows, these shadows, and even remember that's that mightiness of the mighty one, and Da'iya is this that's removed of God. It's removed of God. And Beraiya, and it's that which is formed of God. It's formed by God. It's shaped by God. It's made by God. It's Shemrat, and it's that which is that's protected. It's protected. Shemai, those of a report. Those of a report. And it would basically read just like this. He stands up to call to remembrance my endowment. My mighty one is seen in the shadows. Even the mightiness of the mighty one is removed of God. It's formed by God and protected by those of the report. 22. And Ishban and Ebed and Eliel and 23. And Abdon and Zikri and Canaan. 24, and Canania, and Elam, and Anatoi. 25, and Ipadiah and Penuel were the sons of Shashak, and these would be the sons of Shashak. Ishban, that burrowed, it's burrowed, it's dug in, he has burrowed, or those they have burrowed. Ebed is this, or associates of Eliel. Eliel was, remember, might of the mighty one, this might of the mighty one. Abdon is a servant. And Zikri is to call to remembrance once again. And Canaan, that's pitied, sorry, mercy. Canania, pitied of God, pitied of Yah, pitied of God. And Elam means eternity, or refers to those that even think they can inhabit it. Because Anatot Yah, see that is that answers. It's answers, Anatah. It's like an answer to a question, even of God, or God answers the questions, or that which was asked for. And Ipadiah, Ipadiah is the ransomed of God. You see, Ipadiah, Yah is of God, or those of God, those the ransomed of God. And Penuel, Penuel is this that look toward the mighty one, or this towards the mighty one, or they're turned at the mighty one, at Shashak. Shashak is like you're longing for something, desiring something, wanting something. This longing for. And he would be the father of all these. And this would actually read just as he has burrowed into the association with the might of the mighty one. The servant calls to remembrance the pitied of God. Those that think they are going to inhabit eternity. See, this is answered of God, the ransomed of God, that are turned toward the mighty one, and they're longing for, and we're going to find out what they're longing for. 26, and Shemsharai, and Shechariah, and Athaliah. 27, Yereshia, and Eliah, and Zikri were the sons of Yoram. And Shemsharai, those that like unto a son, that's like unto a son, it's likened unto the son. See, it's similar to Shamash and Shechariah. This Shechariah is this coming forth, this dawning of God, this coming forth of God, and Ataliah, afflicted. It's Atal is those of affliction, this afflicted even of Yah, God. Yarashia, this is the pitied of God, those that are pitied of God, the pity of God. Aliyah, that mighty one of God, the mighty one of God. And Zikri, this one who once again calls to remembrance. Zikri, Yoram, these would be his sons, and this is God's pity. And this would basically just read them what they was longing for. Remember, they was longing for that which is like unto the sun, even like the coming forth of God. These are the afflicted of God, the pitied of God, the my mighty one of God, who calls to remembrance God's pities, or God pities. God's pity calls to remembrance God's pity. 28. Now these are the heads of their fathers' houses throughout their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem and in Gibeon. There dwelt the father of Gibeon, Yael, whose wife's name was Maacah. We're going to learn more about her. Because Jerusalem, see, Jerusalem is that place of where the teachings of peace, and they're for the teachings of peace, God's pities are. And Gibeon is that city on a hill. And Yael is going to be that even he of the mighty, because we're going to find out Maacah is that pressed down, or those oppressed. And that is what the God's pity is, for the teachings of peace, and that city on a hill, and he of the mighty on those pressed down. Because we'll find out it's God pressing them down. 30. And his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab. And his firstborn son was Abdon. We're going to find out Abdon's that servant. Abdon, it's the servant. And Zur of the rock. Kish is a snare. And Baal is that Lord. Baal means Lord, and we'll find out it was this, not a God they had created as well. And I refer to it as that Lord image even. And Nadab, that makes willing. Nadab means to be made willing. It's made acceptable to you. 31. And Gedor, and Achio, and Zechar. And Gedor is those that are closed off. Closed off means to be closed off. And Achio is those brotherly. Those of the brotherly. They have similar understandings, coming from one understanding there. Zechar, those that are remembered. And these are those that are remembered. We're going to see now, we could read this from 29 to 31 through 31. It's that city on a hill, he of the mighty one, on those that are pressed down, the servant of the rock, the snare, the Lord image that makes willing, those closed off, the brotherly, those remembered. See, those that are remembered. 32. And Miklo begot Shemaiah. And they also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem, over against their brethren, and they would dwell there as well. Miklah means it's a feminine sense of support, and it means that which kind of helps out or supports with this feminine, and it's all this beauty, all the pleasantness, once again, all the wonderful things that even Shemaiah, that famous report, the famous report of Jerusalem, that place, even the teachings of peace. 33. And Ner begot Kish, and Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And these would be, Ner would be the father of Kish, and Kish, the Ner means a lamp. Ner means a lamp, or the lamp, and Kish is once again a snare. Saul means the desired one. We remember Saul, he was their first king. He was the one they desired. So they give us a king. Jonathan was God's gift. He gave him a king. And Malchishua was this king of wealth, or this king of terror. And Abinadab is Father makes willing. Father makes this willingness. And Eshbaal, Ashbaal, that even Ash, that man of Baal, that Lord image. And it would read the lamp, the snare, that desired one, God's gift, my king of terror or wealth, my father makes willing the man of the Lord image. 34, because God did it. 34, God did it. And the sons of Jonathan, Merib, Baal, and Merib Baal begot Micah. And these would be the sons of Jonathan, or Jonathan, this God's gift. That was God's gift, remember? That Merib Baal, and that is that strife of the Lord image. That strife, that Mered, that strife, and Micah, that's like unto God, even like unto God, because God's gift is the strife of the Lord image, even the one like unto God. And we're going to learn a little more about this one like unto God. 35, the sons of Micah. These sons of Micah were Piton, Melech, and Ariah, and Akaz, and Micah. That one like unto God, the Piton, revealing this secrets that are revealed, this kind of like something that's made known. It's Melech, this king. Melech is king. Tahrahia in earth, this earth chamber, this chamber of earth, this chamber of earth. It's the grave that's taken hold of, and that's taken hold of. It's to take hold of. And it basically reads like this like unto God, and the revealing of the secrets of the king in the earth chamber, in the chamber of the earth, he has taken hold of. And we're going to find out a little more about what he's taken hold of. The Akaz, 36. And Akaz begot Jehoiada, and Jehoiada begot Alamet, and Asmavet, and Zimri begot Moza. And Akaz is taken hold of, that one taken hold of, remember, taken hold of. Jehoiada, that God has removed. Alamet, that hidden, it's hidden, that it's hidden. And Asmavet, even this might of death. Asmavet, this might of death, this strength of the death. And Zimri is my music. Zimri means my music, or these that play my music. Moza, it's going forth. And it would basically read this, that is taken hold of, even that which God has removed, that which was hidden, even the might of death, my music, is going forth. 37. And this here a little more about that which is going forth. Moza begot Beniah. Rapha was his son, and Eleazar his son, and Atzel his son. And Moza, that which going forth, Beniah, that of the son, Rapha, with this great healing. It's got great healing in it. Eleazar, with this mighty one, the mighty one, and Atzai is established, or it's accomplished, it's done. Atzel, even that which is to be set apart, or set apart. And he basically reads, the going forth of the Son with great healing, this mighty one is established, that which is to be set apart, and that which is to be set apart, Atzel, 38, and Atzel had 6 sons, whose names were these: Ashvikam, Boku, and Ishmael, and Sherariah, and Obadiah, and Canaan, and all these were the sons of Atzel. And Atzel is that which is set apart, is set apart. 6. He had 6 sons. See, 6, because it's always the work of man, this 6 is. And Ashvikam is the help of those that rise up. He supports those that rise up, even the enemy. Bokru, the firstborn. Bokru means firstborn. Ishmael, these that listen to the mighty one, that listens, hears the Almighty one, obeys the mighty one. Shiriah, those that valued of God, they're valued of God. Obadiah, the servant. He's a servant of God, servant of Yah. Canaan, pitied, means pitied. And to Atzel, once again, Atzel, these would be the sons of Atzel. And Atzel is that which is set apart. And it would read just like that. That which is set apart, it's the work of man, the help of those that rise up, even the firstborn, those that listen to the mighty one, those valued of God, the servants of God, the pitied, that which is set apart. God's working. 39. And the sons of Eshek his brother, Ulam his firstborn, Yeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. And these would be the sons of Eshek, that oppressor. Eshek is the oppressor. And his brother, Ulam, his firstborn, and Ulam would be and that would be the brother Eshek, the oppressor. This Ulam would be his firstborn, and Ulam is a leader. Ulam is a leader that's probably not real smart. And Yeush is, and this one who hurries to aid. He hurries up to aid somebody. And Eliphalet, even that mighty one of deliverance, this Phalet. And Udam, this once again is that leader that's not real smart. He's this leader, though. He's their leader. And Eliphalet, this third, would be to complete this mighty one of deliverance. And it would read, the oppressor, this leader, he hurries to aid the mighty one of deliverance. This mighty one of deliverance, 40. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, 150. All these were the sons of Benjamin. And these sons of Ulam, who were these mighty men, these were archers, able to bend the bow. And to bend the bow is to shoot forth these arrows, even these arrows of truths and untruths, equal and alike, for there's a great war and a battle going on. And Ulam, their leader, Ulam, this would be their leader, and he's not real smart, this leader. These 150 who have these sons and sons, these 150, because this is the judgment now, in its grace, even in the law, for all these, even these would be the sons, even the sons of my strength, Benjamin. All right, once again, God says turn and return. Let's move forward to chapter 9.